Water bodies play a significant role in the mechanisms through which our world operates, from how we move from one place to another, and even how we irrigate our farmlands. This is one important element of our survival, and its values have been appreciated across all time. In understanding the role of these water bodies, one that really stands out from the rest is the Euphrates, a river that has ties to biblical times and holds so much history. Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel, where we look at the educational and make it fun and informative content. On today's episode, we'll be looking at the Euphrates and digging deep to fish out some more information about this historic river. But before we get into that, we'd like to encourage you to join us by subscribing to our YouTube channel and also turning on our post notifications to get our content as it drops. Depending on what you use as your map in finding the river Euphrates, your best guess would probably land you in the Middle East. Yes, the Euphrates, which is known as one of the longest rivers in the world, originates from the mountains of eastern Turkey. This majestic river is so long that it channels its path through Syria and Iraq before it then empties into the Persian Gulf. Due to its course, the Euphrates holds so many diverse cultural and historical values, which has made its host locations a must-see sight. Most people end up making the trips and getting wowed by its sheer magnificence, and that makes it a tourist destination. As a major water source for the region, the value attached to this river is far more than can be merely described. You have to understand that for millenniums, people who stayed close to the river had used it as either a source of irrigation or cleaning. The rapid growth and development can also be attributed to this river, as several cities rose from its banks. Soon, commerce and trade became a mainstay wherever it passed through. It was around this time that water transportation gained ground, as merchants could go from as high as modern-day Turkey up to Iraq. With the advent of technology, we've seen more use case scenarios for the river, and one which seemed more common was hydroelectricity. Most regions utilized its power and created energy to power their homes and cities. Since we're talking about science and technology, understanding the biodiversity of the river and its region adds more appeal to the science world. Soon it was discovered that it was a safe abode for wildlife and varieties of fish. In recent developments, the news of the Euphrates drying up has been one that's raised a lot of eyebrows and questions. Many people have been wondering what could be the reason behind this. However, we have to understand that the Euphrates drying up has a lot to do with natural causes. But human involvement also plays a pivotal role. As demand for water increases among countries along the river basin, and also climate change, the need to find a solution is quickly becoming necessary. Water levels are dropping, and weather patterns are not making it a good look for the river. This makes one wonder if this has happened before, or if it's just a standalone incident. For a river that has been almost since the beginning of time, why should it be drying up in this day and age? Could it be the use case in these times? As we mentioned earlier, the river has been a source of hydroelectricity for most of the region, and you should understand that it has been dammed. The effects of this cannot be quantified, as it has caused increased water salinity and a shortage of water availability in downstream areas. Now, how would this fare with the constant dilapidating conditions of climate change? What are the solutions that could stop the drying up and loss of a biodiverse ecosystem? We have to understand that there are measures that can curtail these menaces, and that it would involve the governments of countries around the river basin to take action. Water conservation measures can be a first step to making that possible. Improved water management too might suffice. But population expansion is also a major player in why that is happening, adding the fact that the best climate change practice would play a vital role in stopping the drought hitting the river Euphrates. Hey guys, before we continue, we want to take this break to ensure you've subscribed to our channel and turned on our post notifications. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? Do that now, so you can enjoy our amazing content. The river Euphrates holds so much importance in the Bible, taking it from the beginning would create a clearer picture. The first instance of the Euphrates being mentioned in the Bible had to do with the book of Genesis, where it was used as a marker to describe geographical locations. It said the river is a boundary between the land of Shinar and the land of the west. However, the fact that it said that it's the eastern border of the Garden of Eden makes it a notable location. For years, scholars and historians have used that basis as a starting point for finding the Garden of Eden. In the story of Abraham, the river played a role in his journey from Ur to Canaan. However, it should be known that these are the nice significance it holds in the Bible. The grim of the book of Revelation shows us the more severe importance of the river Euphrates, as it's meant to channel in the end of time. The book states that at the end of time, the river Euphrates would dry up and would make way for the kings of the east. This prophecy is meant to mean that it signals the end of the current world order. Other sacred texts also mention the Euphrates and how it's a site for world destruction, the last judgment, and the result of sin. So the drying of the river Euphrates has been mentioned since biblical times, and now we can already tell that this prophecy is coming true. Finally, would the drying of the Euphrates herald the end of the world? Would the kings of the east arrive? These are the questions, but what most theologians and scholars believe is that the prophecy points to climate change currently occurring. So maybe this is still within our control, and we can stop a predicted occurrence from thousands of years ago. If only measures could be put in place, then the Euphrates could be brought back to its glory days. So that's it, guys. We hope you enjoyed every bit of this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and get more of our content as it drops. We'd also like to hear your opinion on this topic, and you can share that with us in the comment section below. Thank you for joining us, and have a great one.